Hi, my name is Becky Jennings, and this is the Responsible Parenting Podcast. I give you the transformational tools to stop reacting to your children in the moment and start responding with intention.
Do you find yourself locked in a daily power struggle with your child? Do you fall back into old patterns like yelling or threatening just to stop the annoying behavior? Are you desperate to learn how to connect with your kids, set boundaries, heck, gain some cooperation? If this is you, you need to check out my community. Inside my community, you'll have access to my signature Strong-Willed Language course, where you learn how to regulate yourself, understand and speak your strong-willed kids' language to virtually eliminate the constant power struggles. You'll have access to my workshop library, giving you step-by-step strategies for sibling rivalry, listening, anger and aggression, emotional regulation, and more. You'll have weekly Q&A opportunities to get personalized answers on challenging situations. You'll get specific strategies for you based on exactly what's going on in your home. No umbrella strategy, no umbrella script, no box. You'll get a personalized roadmap to support you. Plus, you'll get dozens of bite-sized lessons to regroup, stay on track, and stay motivated. It is time to stop walking on eggshells around your children and finally experience the relief you are looking for. Join the community today and let's get started.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Responsible Parenting. My name is Becky Jennings. I'm your host. I'm so happy to be here again today. If you're watching on the YouTube channel, you can see that my background is slightly different, and that's because my internet is on the fritz and it refuses to allow me to record in my home office. So I'm here at the kitchen table and we are going to just make it work because I really want to talk about this message. Today, of all days, I've been dealing with my son's teeth being knocked out. I've been dealing with my very, very strong-willed son kind of not having any sort of support or empathy for the situation, not really understanding, and my nervous system and reactions are just, I also am on the fritz. Maybe I am like my internet right now. I'm feeling very on the fritz. And so I wanted to talk about in these really tense moments, right? It's the holiday season. We're in between Thanksgiving and the December holidays. For us, it's Christmas, and there's just so much buzzing energy. The to-do list is beyond the expectations, the parties, the get-togethers, the gatherings, the recitals. It just seems like more and more is being put on us. And I wanted to talk about a cycle that seems to be the hardest to break, maybe around holidays, maybe just in general, maybe as women. One of the hardest cycles to break is our complete and utter enmeshed relationship that we have with the word should. I should be selfless. I should not want for too much. I should be calmer. I should be less reactive. I should meet every single one of my family's needs. I should contribute more to my family financially. I should cherish each one of these moments. I should work out more. I should move my body more. I should take my mental health seriously. I should make sure I volunteer at the school. I should get 8 hours of sleep. I should drink plenty of water. I should stop drinking alcohol. I should have a morning routine. I should eat less. I should create a scrapbook of memories. I should organize that closet. I should clear out all those unused toys and donate them. I should make more home-cooked meals. I should make all of my children's snacks. I should really look at the nutrition labels every single time. I should insist on dinner together every single night. I should get a massage. I should focus on self-care. I should care less about my needs. I should care less about what other people think. I should make sure my family knows how loving I am. I should break the cycles my parents couldn't. I should reach out to my parents more. I should write that person a thank you note. I should schedule those checkups. I should create the most amazing holiday memories. I should spend more on presents. I should save more money. I should. If you're sitting here going, oh my gosh, that is me, I want to kind of take a second and I want you to really think about this. what do you actually want? What do you actually want? Not as a mother, not as somebody who is the matriarch of the family, who runs and organizes the family, not the person who provides for everybody, not what you think everybody wants you to want, not what you think you should want, but what do you actually want? I think so often we just get stuck in this cycle of service. We get stuck in the cycle of doing everything for everyone so that we end up being so needed that feeling of being needed, that energy of everybody looking to you, it almost is that external validation to feel worthy of our position, to feel worthy of being loved. And I heard this random sentence by Amanda Doyle on the podcast We Can Do Hard Things. They were talking about like radical acceptance, and she said something along the lines of, does it feel good, or does it make me feel like I am good? Right? We have this whole to-do list that we check off every single day as a mother. We are in charge of so much. And when we look back at the week, when we're sitting there on a Saturday or a Sunday, which actually are more work than the regular days, but if we take a second to reflect, are we looking back and we're saying to ourselves, that made me feel so good. That lit me up. That brought me so much joy. That was something that I'm going to look back and say, wow, I'm so glad I did that. Or are we checking off all these things? I exercised. I drank enough water. I did, the under eye mask. I did all these things that should make me feel good. It shows me that I am on the right track of being good and doing good. But do I want to do this? Does it light me up? Does this actually feel good to me? This vacation where I hosted for Thanksgiving, it was kind of an eye opener to me. I'm going to share something. I didn't actually think I was going to share this on the podcast today, but I'm feeling called to say it right now, so I'm going to. My dad suffers from severe dementia, and this was probably the last trip where he will remember me. And that's a really hard realization, and that's a really sad part in my life right now. And it's bringing up a lot. And a couple hours before I drove them to the airport, we were sitting on the back deck, and he was kind of in and out of a conversation and sharing, I think, a vivid image that he has in his head, but he also had a couple moments of reality and lucidity. And he said to me, I cannot believe that I'm going out like this. I cannot believe that this is how it all ends. Whew. And in that moment, he said, I had so many things that I wanted to do, and I'm young, and yet I'm being robbed of doing all of them because of this disease, because I can't do them. And he was so frustrated and he was so angry, but nothing in his power. There's not a thing he can do to stop this crippling disease. And I looked at him and I just thought, this is my wake-up call to do what I want to do, because he is sitting there at 74 and he has devoted his entire life to serving others. He has put all of the things that he has wanted to do on pause in order to make sure that he was doing good by others, that he was serving others. And it just made me think, us as mothers sacrifice and we sacrifice and we sacrifice and we self-loathe and we put ourselves last and we belittle ourselves and we talk to ourselves like we are our worst enemies. And for what? For what? And I'm in this phase of life, having seen my dad this past week and having kind of these micro rememberings of all the things that I had to adjust and change in childhood and how that impacted me and how that shaped my viewpoint of myself. And I want to say today that a radical cycle to break, and probably one of the hardest cycles to break as a woman, as a mother, as somebody who has been told and programmed to want less and serve more, is to actually get rid of that relationship with should.
When dealing with frustrating behavior, yelling can quickly become our default way of handling things. But since you're listening to this podcast, I know you're looking for a better way. That's why I created my free guide to help you get out of the yelling cycle. This 6-part free guide gives you the foundational information to start breaking the toxic yelling cycle. Click the link in my show notes to get your free guide today. This might be the hardest cycle to break as parents, but I have your back, and together we can change the way we respond.
I think when we actually slow down enough and take stock of the routines and the cycles that we are fully immersed in, fully connected to, and really ask ourselves, do I like this? Am I happy? Does this bring me joy? Is this relationship fulfilling? And if not, what steps can I take to adjust? I'm actually physically going through this holiday season every single day. I am writing down what I actually enjoyed that day and what I did not enjoy. And I'm looking at the things that I did not enjoy. And again, there's going to be a handful of things that we just can't avoid. Like, I don't love all of the paperwork for schools. And I don't love all of those kind of like nuanced little things of scheduling appointments and all, there's just so much stuff. I don't like meal planning. I don't like any of that stuff. I don't like grocery shopping. I hate laundry, but these are things that have to get done. But in the big scheme of things, like, let's take stock of our lives. Let's look at what's happening every single day and say, am I happy? Am I being fulfilled? And what parts of my day are actually filled with things that light me up? And what are those things? And how can I infuse more of those things into my day? Because I will say that the mother of the house, and I'm speaking in generalities, there are same-sex marriages and there are two dads, but there is an energy, there is a palpable energy of the matriarch or the one person in the house. And again, speaking in generalities, and please suss this out for your family. But there is one person in the family, and in this household, it's me, who is the barometer of the happiness level. And when I'm happy, the house is happy. And so why aren't we taking more time? As opposed to being faux happy, as opposed to just putting on a show to model, quote unquote, this happiness, what if we actually radically took steps to be happy? to be happy, to do the things that lit us up, to delete or delegate the things that don't light us up, to get rid of some of the things that clutter our lives to the point of discontent, to the point of unrest, to the point of dissatisfaction, instead of clinging to this feeling that we have to should our way through motherhood and life. Because I don't want to be sitting on my child's back porch like my dad was this holiday season and say my life was robbed because now when I've done for everybody, the moment that I was going to do for myself, I am now being robbed of a disease and I can't do any of those things. How awful. 74 is not old. 74 is a young person these days. And my dad can't do all of the things that he wanted to do after servicing everybody else. So how can we find that balance where we do for ourselves, where we get rid of all of this martyr should crap that has been programmed into us and passed down from generation to generation to generation? And how can we radically self-love ourselves by giving us a gift of doing the things that light us up? Taking the time, not just every month, not just a self-care day or hour, But how can we infuse dance, pleasure, happiness into our days so we can be happier, so we can have a bigger window of tolerance, so we're not resentful, so we actually feel good. And when we feel good, it's not just because we think we should feel good, because we checked off things on our list, so we should feel satisfied with our day, but we're actually content. We're actually feeling better. But it takes us taking a step back, not always checking off the to-do list, not always being the martyr, not always feeling so beholden to the shoulds that we have been placed into fulfilling. Because I don't know about you, but when my husband and I decided to have kids, we decided mutually to have kids. It wasn't, let's have kids, you continue to live your life, you continue to grow your career path, and I'll just somehow do both and take on all of this, because that has been the domestic role models that we've had up until now. That it just doesn't work. It's not healthy. It's not sustainable. And if you're sitting here going, oh my God, this is exactly where I am, let's take a second and take stock of what lights us up, what makes us happy, what makes us miserable, yet we're doing it day in and day out, and how can we delete or delegate so we can actually be happier beings, so we actually let that trickle down into our children's lives, and we actually are a role model of not this martyr should check off the list, just so capable of doing everything, but inward miserable. Little bit of a soapbox today. Didn't think I was going there. But if you're still with me, thank you for listening. And I hope you feel seen, heard, and understood. And I hope you're just sitting there going, oh my God, this is me. And if this is you, I truly want to be locked arm in arm in you inside of my community in some sort of conversation where it's not just you listening to me. I want to hear from you. So please write in. Please send me a message. Please join the community. It is a small financial investment, but the outward, the light up, the joy, the relief for less than $1 a day. Truly, it is like 90 cents a day. Sometimes if you invest in the larger program, it's like 60 or 70 cents a day. It's nothing. It's truly nothing to be able to be locked in a community where you are just served in so many ways, and you just feel different. Honestly, I don't know about you, but I think we are stepping into a time that needs to feel different. So please reach out, please connect, please join my community. And I just look forward to having deeper conversations with you where we can hear each other and grow as a community. Thank you for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you next week.
Thank you for listening to the Response-Able Parenting Podcast. If you like what you heard, please take a moment to rate, review, and subscribe. If you know someone who would benefit from this podcast, I'd be honored if you'd share this episode with them. Until next time, know that you are enough, you are capable, you've made it through all of your hardest days, and we will keep growing on this parenting journey together. This podcast was produced by Kim Kelty and myself, Becky Jennings, and edited by the Kelty Method, Branding and Podcasting.